Last time we went on a little bit of a side quest. You guys had just resolved things with Jack, which was very heavy. And so having resolved this very kind of tense, heavy situation with Jack, and Jack now being on his way, Polaris, you had left to go and investigate things, take another stab at looking around and snooping in Velrath's fortress. You relatively quickly realized that your good friend Butterbeard was missing. And so you guys followed the clues, and it took you to the outpost, the hideout. It's not really a hideout, but the home of a band of Aarakocra pirates. And they were making delicious food, and so you guys just rolled on in. Quickly found, you started to ask about what was going on and if they knew anything about Butterbeard. Long story short, you ended up meeting their captain, who Captain Redbeak, and he was a massive parrot Aarakocra. He is also Rusty's father. And upon seeing Rusty and seeing that you guys were Rusty's allies, he became friends with you guys. He became much warmer. He also was very interested in everything that you guys had to say about the Lord of the Whales. Ultimately, he explained that they had taken all their boats and made this kind of makeshift island out of all of their boats because they didn't go out to sea anymore because they were too scared of the Lord of the Whales. And so now what they do is lure people in with food and then send them off to the Viridian city for what they called quote unquote internships in return for money and food so they can keep making food. You guys convinced him that he didn't need to sell people to Giovanni in Viridian City for food. They could not start a business, but scam people for money by giving them food instead. And he liked that idea. Most importantly, he then sent you guys off with his blessing and said, look, have Rusty bring you guys in, and you guys can pose as servants or new interns from us, the Pirates of the Rookery, and go there, and someone will meet you and take you guys in, and maybe that way you guys can get in and investigate this Giovanni guy and find your friend Butterbeard. So we left off with you guys being on your way to the Viridian City, where you were meant to meet up with Polaris, disguised as new interns / slaves, with Rusty as one of the pirates bringing you guys to them.
I do want to state one quick thing. I like the comparison of interns to slave labor, because that essentially is actually correct. I mean, it's very similar.
I'm not saying I'm trying to provide some kind of a commentary, but I'm not saying that.
I appreciated it. I don't know.
Okay. Then that is where we will pick up for today. I'm going to set the scene. Polaris, you have just, you guys had agreed that you would meet back up in the Viridian City. So after doing some snooping around in Velrath's lair, which we will come back to later, you went back to the Department of Transportation room with all of the circles, and you took the teleportation circle to Viridian City. As you sort of materialize in Viridian City, you look around, and you are at kind of the edge of the city. As you look around, you see there is this, it's just a beautiful, beautiful city. Like everything is polished stone. It's kind of this Art Deco, Gatsby-esque style city. And nothing is out of place. Throughout the whole city, there's actually this kind of wonderful smell. You know how it's like, anyone that lives near like an In-N-Out, or if you've been to Disneyland, it's like they just pump this delicious smell through the whole area, and you just to make you kind of hungry. Yeah.
Right. McDonald's,
but a
Burger
good
King.
but a good smell. It's not necessarily food smell. It's just it makes you feel kind of at home, and it's just nice, and everything feels
Like
very
vanilla.
clean. Yeah, kind of maybe the smell
Like
of
how
vanilla.
real estate agents do that, the vanilla in the home.
Yeah, you know how like what they'll do actually they'll take like a pot of like it's like orange and like spices and cloves and they put it all in like a big pot of boiling water and they just put that on the stove and the whole house just kind of smells like warmth and fall and so that's the smell of the area and it's just nice. It's really and the whole area kind of catches you off guard, but it's also like it's a little bit like Duloc in Shrek. There's like kind of not anyone around. It's pretty like you're not sure. Everyone must be somewhere else. You're not really sure where they are, but they're not here. And as you kind of look around and are getting your bearings, you notice that someone is approaching you, and it's a young, kind of friendly looking, not kind of very friendly looking, Tabaxi woman, and she approaches you, and she's wearing very nice clothes, and walks up. She says, "Hello. So you must be a new arrival from the royal city, from Valrath's fortress. You look very fancy. You look very nice. What brings you here?"
Do I notice anything on her clothing that might kind of give more of an indication of this person, like a tag or any kind of like official seals, anything to kind of give more identification?
Not necessarily. She's well dressed. She doesn't have like a name tag or anything. But she kind of reaches out her hand and she says, I'm Trixie. I'm kind of the informal welcoming committee here. I welcome everyone into the city on Giovanni's behalf. You know, he's very busy, and would love to show you around.
Well, thank you. It's my first time to the city. I'm very excited to see what all your lovely city has to offer.
Oh yeah, wonderful. You know, we don't get a whole lot of Tabaxi around here. We have a few that live in the area, but you know, as I'm sure you know, there's a lot more fish people and you know, tritons and water genasi and the like, and sea elves, and anyway, it's great to see another Tabaxi in the area. We've got to chat, she kind of hooks your arm with her arm, and kind of in a very friendly way, kind of starts to guide you around the city, and yeah, you if you wanted to, I guess you could roll for kind of perception or just kind of see if there's anything around, but she's just kind of walking you around and showing you a little bit of the city and giving you kind of the welcome tour.
She'll be kind of like trying to take notes of like the different things around, kind of the path that they're taking, things like that, just trying to like note some environmental things down as they're going.
Okay. Are you actually wanting to write the notes down, or are these like mental notes that you're taking?
I think she's gonna actually write them down.
Okay. What, if any, explanation are you giving to Trixie for why you're writing down notes about the city?
Well, I'm a journalist with a very large up-and-coming journal. That's why I get to come here. I'm gonna learn a little bit about the city, put it on, you know, the front page, get a little information. So yeah, she just kind of sells it as this very important article piece to highlight the gem that is Viridian to the, you know, the fancier folk that she walks with elsewhere.
Oh my goodness. What magazine do you write for? Or what periodical? I read all of them. I have to keep up with all of the latest happenings and all the gossip.
I am seeing the faces that everyone else is making right now.
Everyone just eyeballing the camera.
Yep. She just is gonna go with it. MTV Cribs.
Goodness.
With a Z.
As we've canonically established, this is a real magazine, and we love this magazine. It's not very often that we get to read it because it's primarily published over in Crespont. What a wonderful honor to have someone here from such a revered publication. Are you here to do an article on Giovanni's home?
Yes, I was sent by Miss Applebottom herself. This is a very important piece, so very excited to get to see around. And honestly, we're seeing the Viridian city. Sometimes it's not even just one person's house, but an entire city that can be a home. So more than just the house, the city, everything. It all makes it one piece.
The whole city can be a home. Wow, you guys have such a way with words over there, man. But this is truly special. What a treat. Wow, so great. Well, let me be sure to show you around then. I hope you don't mind. I do have one little errand I've got to run. You're welcome to come with me. I just need to go. There's these pirates that we work with, and it's a little gauche, but these pirates, they send us shipments once in a while, and I have to go and kind of receive the shipments. And so if you want to come along, I just need to go and take care of that real quick, and then I can show you around the whole city. It would be, oh man, what? It'd be a whole girls' day, and I can show you all the best little spots. You'll love it. I just need to. The pirates, they're kind of brutes, but honestly, they usually bring some snacks, and I don't. Anyway, would you?
There's always a
I wouldn't mind the company.
less than pretty part of a house. I'd be delighted to see all the aspects of this town and the different goings on. It'd be very, very interesting. I'm sure many of my readers would be fascinated to know the different facets of your city. So please, lead on.
Wonderful. I'll be honest. You seem, well, safe, and I wouldn't mind having some company with me. So let's go. And she takes your arm and kind of whisks you off, and you guys hurriedly head across the city. She's just chit-chatting with you the whole time about life and honestly just yapping, about stuff that depending on the mood you're in, maybe you're just like, what are you talking about right now? None of it's important. It's just, she just is happy to have someone to talk to and who seems interested in what she's saying. As you walk, though, you notice, again, it's these towering, polished stone walls with gold trims and gilded accents, this beautiful smell. As you walk, you notice you're kind of getting further and further from the center of the city, and there's this large wall around the city. And she takes you through this gate, and as you go through the gate, you find yourself in just a little bit of a different area. And as you walk through, it's like maybe it feels a little bit like you're in the slums outside the city. The streets are kind of cracked and dark. The smell is still there, but it's weaker, almost just like an echo of a smell. The lanterns are kind of tarnished and flickering. You notice there's people around here kind of in the alleys and corners and shadows. Some of them are dressed in what look like they were once very nice clothes, like maybe these are former nobles with rotting silk. And they're all just kind of walking around, murmuring to themselves, and like kind of not even looking at you. And then you also see some people who look like just normal, like peasants, just people wearing like total tattered clothes, walking around barefoot. They're just kind of repeating phrases that sound almost like commands, like cook that, clean that, and they're just kind of talking to themselves. And you can see there was like these big murals painted on some of the walls that are all like very old and worn, kind of smeared. And as you walk through this part of the city, she takes you to this alleyway and a cart approaches, horse-drawn carriage with an Aarakocra, parrot Aarakocra, sitting with the reins. And you, Polaris, immediately recognize this as Rusty. And she pulls up, and Trixie looks at her and says, "Oh, you're not our normal delivery. Are you? You must be a new courier for the rookery." And Rusty says, of course I am. Yep. They wanted to have someone a little older and wiser. Yep. You wanted these interns, I suppose. She's like, "What do you? No, we call them servant. They're not. You and I know this, right? By the way, did you bring any snacks this time?" And Rusty's like, "Nope. Anyway, here's the servants." And she opens up the back of the carriage, and we see Ez, Ghana, and Doc. You guys are sitting back there. Remind me, did you guys decide? To try to be more convincing, have yourselves like cuffed or like bound in any way, or are you guys just kind of sitting there trying to look servant-y?
As
We were
you
told
was using,
we were going to be interns.
We're supposed to be interns.
yeah,
Anna came
as-
here because he was told he was going to learn how to cook.
This is using minor illusion to make it look like there are cuffs on his hands. But as he makes his way out, and he's going to kind of like raise his cuffs to kind of like show them to the tabaxi. But in the process, he's going to point to, like, as he's pulling up, his fingers are going to point as he's coming up, and he's going to cast message to Polaris. "Hi, this is Ez. Do we know you right now, or do we not know you? Good to see you. Thanks. This is Ez."
Oh gosh. She's gonna quickly respond, "No, not yet."
Then Ez is gonna say out out vocally so that everyone else can hear. So Doc and Ghana can hear, as well as Rusty. "Oh, I've never met you before. Who is that tabaxi over there?"
I would like Ez and Polaris for you guys to roll for deception, and I'm gonna say that's with disadvantage.
Because we were just like hard eyeballing each other, like, ah.
Yeah, because you guys are just like staring at each other and then saying, "I've never met you before," which is a thing that you say when you've never met someone before.
That is a nat 1, but plus 11. Even though a nat 1's a nat 1. That's really unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
Great way to start the
7.
session, right?
I got a 7.
Honestly-
I mentioned Ghana was in the ring.
Oh, you went into your ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, he didn't. He just being silly.
He's just a
I was gonna
witch.
say, I think
I'm just
You get
wishing
to
I
deal
was
with
in
this
the
like
ring.
the rest of us.
so. Trixie turns into a no. Trixie looks at you guys, and she like very quickly. She may be a little bit ditzy, but she's not. She's streetwise, right? And she looks at you guys. She's like, so you clearly know each other. What's going on here? I mean, look. She looks at you, Pilar. She's like, I'd say we've known each other long enough to say we're good, if not best friends. What's going on here? Do you know these? You clearly know these guys.
She's gonna sigh,
As well-
sigh, and like, "These are my friends. They've helped me on a previous article. We did a wonderful piece on it was Kelvest, right? Lord Kelvest's house out in Crespont. But we've been separated for a little while, and I'm startled myself as to why one of my friends is bound currently. So I suppose I'm about as confused as you are."
She looks at you and she's like, her eyes kind of widen the way like an excited cat does, and she's like, "Oh, these are your people? What? Why did you say so sooner? Oh, gods above! If Giovanni saw them like this, no. Okay, we've got to get you guys all freshened up." And she's like, "This," and she points to Rusty, and she's like, she's with you guys, or what's the?"
Yes.
I'm just gonna assume you guys are all friends, right?
Yes.
She says, "Great. Look, I don't totally understand why you guys. It sounds like you guys were just trying to do some real on the ground, boots on the ground journalism to get the inside scoop on what's going on here. Is that I can help you do that. We have parties every night at Giovanni's house. He throws the biggest parties. They're wonderful, and everyone is in attendance. Everyone who's anyone. And honestly, there's not like a ticket to get. Just if you look the part and you're fancy and you want to show up, he just throws these big parties. And I think you guys should come. I would feel better. It would make it would mean a lot to me if you guys would come to the party tonight and join me. This might be the last party I get to go to for a little while, and I would love have you guys there with me. It would be so special, and that way you guys can get the inside scoop.
Is there something I can roll to figure out if she's lying?
Yeah, insight.
Insight. I'd like to do that. That's a nat 20.
I got the first nat 1, the first nat 20. Let's go.
Nice.
She is being as honest and genuine as Abraham Lincoln's beard.
So
No, he didn't have a beard.
Sure.
As Abraham Lincoln was.
I mean, he kind of did, but like it was more like a chin
Kinda
strap
did.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Facial hair.
Wasting my nat 20 on
Same
that.
thing.
That's fine.
It's not a waste because now you know she's not
Now
she's
you
not
know
lying
it's
to
the
you.
truth.
That's true.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, she's being you get the sense that she almost doesn't know how to lie. She's just a genuine, friendly soul.
That's funny.
Innocent
just kind of
soul.
like looks up and like before she turns around to him, he's gonna like mirror image his shackles on the ground. Oh, see, we're like method actors. That's why we wanted to be shackled, but my shackles are on the ground. So do I need to have them on anymore? No. Okay.
Oh, no,
'Cause I'm gonna let her respond.
no.
I'm just gonna start walking.
You guys are from MTV Cribs. You guys consider me your host. If you guys know Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, picture if I could do that like New York ditzy accent, I would. I just can't. But that's
Something to work on
okay.
for next stream.
Yeah. This is why I was going to have a guest do it. I feel like
And just to clarify, how old is our new friend?
she's
73.
no, she's actually 96. No, she's in her like 20s. She's a young lady, and she's like, well, please be our guest. Come. And she brings you guys back out of this kind of sketchier area that you guys are in, back into the main city. And she takes you guys to her little humble home. It's just a little like 1-bedroom apartment, but it's very nice, very fancy. And she opens up this big walk-in closet that she has, and it's full of all these different clothes. And it's got just abundance of clothes for all kinds of people of all different shapes and sizes, and men, women. She's just like, oh, I just love clothes, and I have friends over, and we all like to do. I love to lend and borrow, and this is my whole library of clothes. If you guys need anything to fit in here, please feel free to grab whatever clothes you want. You can get all dressed, and She points out the window, and you can see there's basically one main road that goes through the whole city. If you had an aerial map, you would know the city's basically a big circle with a big fancy mansion in the middle, and it's like there's like a hub and spoke. So there's these big main streets that go out, and you're on one of those main streets. And so she points out, and she says, look, just up the road, you could see if you head up, That's Giovanni's house. You can't miss it. It's bigger and more beautiful and more extravagant than anybody else's house. And when you get there, just ask for me. I'll find you and I'll meet you at the door and bring you in. And there'll be food and music. It'll be great. You'll love it. I got to go over there. He's probably looking for me already. I'll just let him know that the Rookery didn't have any interns for us today. And when she says interns, she kind of winks at you guys. And she says, but I'll also let him know that there's some new people here that want to write an article. He'll be thrilled. You guys take your time to get ready and do what you need to do. And I'll meet you. Just head up there whenever you're ready. The party's going to be getting started and people will start trickling in any minute. So whenever you want to head up, you can. And she kind of pops out the door and heads up the street and waving at you guys and seems very happy to have some new friends. And so you guys are left alone here to kind of catch up with each other, and you have a moment to gather yourselves and, kind of get ready. Make sure you look the part as you head to this fancy dinner party.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that on Velcora, they don't have Loxodon-sized clothing readily available.
It's not specifically Loxodon-sized clothing, but there are a variety of nobles here. Some of them are just big, like Tritons that are just, there is a variety of clothes. So I think that in this library, this closet that she has of she just loves clothes. There is stuff that you'd be able to makeshift an outfit out of, or I don't remember what all of you guys are wearing. So if you already have stuff or if you have disguises you want to put on, you have, it's up to you guys.
You found a cute
And in all fairness, togas fit everybody. Doesn't matter the size. So as long as the bed sheet, I think God
going to a toga party, murder mystery.
Toga party.
But
Ghana's got to rock the toga.
In character, Ghana is going to turn to Polaris. He goes, eventually we are going to run into somebody that actually works for MTV Cribs or knows Miss Applebottom.
Well, that wasn't today.
Really
Lonely. She was desperate for a friend. And it was the first thing that came to mind. I teleported. I had about 2 seconds to look around, and then suddenly she was in my face.
When we get
is that a tabaxi thing, or is that like are all tabaxis like that?
Like excitable and want friends?
Yeah.
I mean,
all the ones I've met.
She was a ginger, so
I've heard about those.
I think it's at least a ginger thing. I don't know. Am I that way?
Ez just
ginger.
slowly looks at Ghana. I don't know how to answer this.
Right? Is it? Oh wait, no. Polaris is white.
Polaris is white.
Polaris is a white cat.
Yeah.
So you have a moment. Are you guys? I'm
assuming
are you guys all going to try and?
Ez is pulling out his disguise kit after she has to get ready, and he's going to be utilizing his disguise kit to make his presence look more elevated. So he's going to add a little makeup here, a little makeup there. He's going to make himself look better overall, but then he's also going to utilize some of the cloth, the powders, the dyes to also make his clothing look elevated and more like stylistic, more like high fashion. So
Ez hasn't spent any time in the Royal City, right? He's only been
he
in
has
the forest.
no idea. Like, he's in a forest.
Yeah.
He's just going based on what he would imagine.
Polaris is gonna step in at some point and be like, "Let me help you, little brother."
Oh yeah, we're talking like
He's
the great
making this
oak high
costume.
fashion. The great oak high fashion, not like press pont high fashion.
Yeah, I think Polaris
he
is
went
kind of stepping in and
grabbed some
assisting.
leaves, and he's like sewing leaves onto the cloth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That'll work.
How long is it till this party?
she was saying that people are going to start showing up now, and then it's going to be happening. But right now, it's like early afternoon that you guys have arrived, and so she was like, you guys can kind of show up whenever, and everyone will be there by dinner time.
All right.
So you have some time.
I really want to take a gamble on this mask.
You certainly have more than an hour, so you could try it on.
I'm gonna try it on
just
and
spit
see
it out.
what I get, just because this is a good time to do it. So it's a D8 or a D7? I can't remember. Is it a D8?
If you have a D7, roll that.
If you got a D7,
I'm sorry. It's a D8. It's a D8.
It's a D8.
you won D&D at that point.
Actually, last year I found on Amazon a set of it's like ruined D&D dice or whatever, and it was like a D13, a D24, like all these random useless numbers to be able to roll. And I gave that as a white elephant gift to one of my friends. Yeah, it's a D8.
That
Let me
would
know
hurt
what you
my
get.
OCD.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, great. So you guys are all kind of getting ready, right? As you're trying to get dressed and you're putting on disguise and trying to put on makeup. Polaris, you see him looking like, like again, kind of being like an older sister. You see it like your little brother is like trying to get ready for something fancy and like doesn't know how to tie a tie or anything. You go over, you're kind of helping him out. Ghana, I come back to what you're doing. Ghana, what are you doing in this moment? Kind of set the scene. Are you trying to get a little freshened up?
Ghana's looking through the clothes for anything that fits him. He's essentially just... When we walked into the city, like, how was she dressed?
Very
She
fancy.
dressed
She
fancy?
looks like, she was dressed like nobility, yeah. Very posh. Think Hunger Games district, the fancy district, whatever it's called.
Was she wearing like a dress or was it like a pantsuit type thing?
Oh, no, it's a little bit more like, actually, we were talking about at the beginning, a little bit like, think early 20s, picture Gatsby style party. So,
yeah.
It's kind of like a flapper dress.
Ghana at least knows what the nobility on Crestpont looks like.
Mm-hmm. I was
probably
wondering
what
if he
he would
has
be
like a
aiming
big
at.
walk-in closet in his ring that he could go into and stroll through with all the clothes he's gathered from his adventures.
Surprisingly enough, clothes isn't something that Ghana really gathers. Right? Like, he's more like
that makes sense.
function over fashion. Like, knowledge does not require fashion.
What about the knowledge of fashion?
So he really just has like a pair of common clothes. His like, he does have the priest, like the high priest of Ayun, like garb. But I don't know if he would go into the party in like full, like priest uniform.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I party like a priest. I don't know.
You can roll to see if you find clothes that would be, that look to you like what the nobility might wear around here.
What would that be? Investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
It's gonna be a 10.
With a 10, yeah, you find a decent outfit. It's not like the most amazing outfit, but it looks like you might be part of a, it's nice enough that you're not going to look out of place as part of a journalistic crew. Maybe people might just assume that you're one of the...
One step above the help.
As he's piecing together like different clothes, like he probably tore a shirt or two trying to put a shirt on that doesn't fit him, and he's like, oh, this fits. He goes to grab for something, it just
rippling muscles.
As he finally gets his outfit together, he's just, maybe when we get back to Crestpont, we should actually try to meet someone from MTV Cribs.
Just get a
But
job.
I don't want a job. I don't want to work for MTV Cribs.
Said meet someone from MTV Cribs. Perhaps use our investigator to gather enough information to make the ruse believable if somebody were to ask questions in the future.
So as you you manage to finally get an outfit together. And as you're kind of piecing something together, Polaris, you already look a little bit the part, and you're helping as you guys. Maybe you don't even notice at first, but Doc is over there, and Doc's like, I'm going to try this mask out.
He's just staring at it like, should I do it or not?
And as you think about it, you're like, I've got enough time. Worst case, if this is not a good disguise, I can always wait an hour and take it off.
Yeah.
So you put the mask on, and in the blink of an eye, there's a flash and a puff of smoke, and you guys all look over because it kind of catches your attention because it's kind of a little, and you hear just a piece of metal clattering to the ground, and you look over, and on the ground is a handgun.
What?
You can talk.
All right.
And
here's
the mechanics of this handgun for what it's worth, Doc. You have one bullet in you, and there's two things that will happen. You're essentially you're a revolver.
Oh, wow.
None of you guys would really know how handguns work. I don't think any of you are proficient in handguns.
No.
So
an artificer is.
I have
technically-
firearms.
Oh, there you go.
Polaris just picks me up, spins me around.
but-
I'm definitely gonna pick him up
a
though.
holster.
So here's just so you know mechanically how you work. If you stay a handgun, while you're a handgun, if you want to attack, you have to do your normal roll. Then if you hit, you have a 1 in 6 chance to hit. So then you have to roll a d6, and if you roll a 6, you hit. And then if you fire, you roll a d100, and that's how much damage you do. If you miss, so you might hit a 1, or you might do a lot of damage. It will also make a lot of noise.
Well, doesn't Doc have to just say bang when it shoots? Like, isn't that how it works? Like, it's just literally
shout
Doc's
bang.
voice. Bang.
So people can't fire you. You can fire yourself, and that's how it works. Is you roll. You will roll a 1d6. If you roll a 6, then you get to fire a bullet, and then you'll roll a hit, and you get to do a d100.
But he's level 5. He has multi-attack. Can he pull
You only
the
have
trigger
one.
on himself twice?
Oh yeah, I guess you could do like a hammer, whatever you call that. So if you have multi-attack, you could try twice in a row and try to get through 2 rounds. But you only have 1 bullet, and so if you roll a 6, that just means you whiffed it. Kinda. You didn't hit anywhere critical. You don't have to stay as a pistol. That's just the mechanics of being a pistol. You can talk, you can perceive the world, but you don't have any limbs or anything.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything unless some's carrying you around.
As
I'm gonna
much
go
as,
over and pick him up.
and I just look at her and say bang, bang.
Don't do that, Doc. You're a gun.
I just wanted to try this mask. I thought maybe I could have a good disguise, but
Well, where would you
I
like
hope-
me to put you while you wait for the hour to end? I think there's
just-
a nice pillow over there.
that's fine. That's fine. I was really hoping for Mrs. Applebottom, but it just didn't happen.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I guess it's not in the cards
set him
today.
Over a nice little velvet pillow. It's got I don't know. I'm assuming shoes or a crown or something on it, and just put the gun on the little velvet pillow.
You rolled a 5. You'll recall Mrs. Applebottom was a D4. You rolled a 4, so you were close.
We were 1 off.
So I'm gonna say an hour passes. You guys finish getting ready. Doc, it's up to you if you can stay in the form of a handgun, or you can take the mask off and either try again. You would have one more try, but if you wait longer than that, if you wait another hour, the party's gonna get started. You're gonna start missing out on things that are happening there. So you either can go
I'm
back
just
to
gonna
being
go back
yourself
to
and put on a
normal and we
disguise.
won't risk it right now.
Okay.
So on a
You don't wanna
level
be rug?
of moss to tree, how is Ez looking?
Bark.
I
Which
would
one
say
is the better?
roll. What would that be? Disguise isn't a thing.
mean,
Well,
he's
you
got me
use a
helping
disguise kit. Use a disguise
Yeah.
kit. So there are rolls for
Or tools.
Yeah,
like
what is it?
kits
The,
for tools.
So the
Dexterity?
disguise kit is you can use intelligence or dexterity, and if you're proficient with it, you would add your proficiency modifier.
Right.
Yeah, do that, and then you get the help
Oh.
action.
Yeah.
Help gives you advantage,
Can
right?
I just do so?
Correct.
I'm going to use Dex, but I'm proficient in sleight of hand. Is it okay if I just roll sleight of hand? Because it would be the same number instead of a lot of math
It
that
is,
I can't do.
but here's the deal. Normally, this would be a disadvantage because this is something you are very unfamiliar with. Because
So
you're
not
getting help,
advantage.
you're roll straight. You're basically the help action is countering the disadvantage.
Got it. All right. Let's do it. 16.
16. Yeah, you look pretty good. There's a couple
I
spots
look
where
like a
you've
tree.
used leaves in very decorative, nice ways. And someone might think that you look like a little bit of like a noble, druid or noble forest elf. But you do look like no one would look at you and think that you don't belong. You look like perfectly fitting. So, I'm assuming, Doc, that using your time now, not transformed, you'll look
Put on some
around
clothes,
and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. What I'm going to do, Doc, is say now that you've used the mask a few times, you are now starting to get more familiar with the magic of this mask and how it seems to work. And next time you use it, basically you'll get advantage on it, meaning you'll be able to roll twice and pick between the two options.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And the more you use it, eventually, if you used it a bunch of times toward the end of the campaign, you might even just be able to just straight up pick what you want.
Final battle. This is Apple Bottom.
Right? For now, you just basically will start getting advantage on.
What do you mean, final battle? We're pulling out the pistol.
No, final match.
D100 against the
Ghana
BBEG?
Ghana's seen the pistol, but Pones, wait till Ghana sees the frying pan.
Right.
All right? Wait until the frying pan comes out.
So,
You
okay,
rolled
so
two
you've taken some time to
D100s.
get ready. You guys all seem to now look convincingly not out of place, at least. And so what do you guys want to head up to the party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. So you guys walk up, and as you approach, it is beautiful. You notice a couple of things. One, the palace mansion is green marble with gold veins going through it, and that smell of the kind of smells like maybe warm cider and vanilla and home is wafting out of this mansion. You actually notice a little bit of like smoke coming out. Not like not like there's a fire, but like almost like maybe if you're going into a casino in Vegas, there's just kind of a haze throughout the whole place. And as you walk in, it just is beautiful. The floors shine like green ice. The chandeliers there's like the crystal and they're glimmering like fireflies. There's sensors kind of around the walls that have some of that same smoke rising from them. There's nobles laughing, smiling. There's music playing and people are dancing. Just comfortable. Everyone. It's like for these people, this is like paradise. They're all just having the time of their life. There's a few banquet tables around that just have food out, apples and cooked meats, and it's wonderful food. You actually suspect maybe this is food that gets shipped in from the rookery. And they've got all this delicious food out. You can't tell, maybe some of it is at least, but some of it, you actually see people bringing food out from some kind of a kitchen back of house behind the scenes. Go ahead and give me, you guys can all, if you want to, give me an initial roll for perception or investigation. I'm going to say it's investigation, just to kind of see, as you walk in, there's a lot going on. So if you notice anything that's maybe different or out of place or odd, notable.
Another nat 1.
Oh,
What
good
is
job,
happening? This is not as his
perception
day.
or investigation? Because I see an investigation. I see a perception.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
take either one.
I
I'm
will
rolling
definitely do
perception.
perception. then.
As roll for investigation.
Okay.
Much better.
We got an 8.
Dang, a 6. Oof. Oh well.
I got a
When
19.
Ez enters like the kind of like that main area, he's gonna turn like Bard up to 10, And he's gonna start like going around. Like you see him kind of like as you enter into this mansion, he just kind of like sits there, kind of like in a meditative for like 2 seconds, trying to like compose himself because he's like, again, an introverted wood elf who lived in a tribe and not in the city. He's like trying to compose himself, and he like finds his center, and then like opens his eyes, big old smile, starts like shaking people's hands. Hi, I'm Esmeraldo from the Viridian Forest. I am the high elf
Esmeraldo
of the wood. So he's
Dude,
like
I feel
totally
this in my
putting
soul.
on. He's
The
totally
experience
putting on
of
this
the
like
introvert at a party that has to like be able to put on that like personality. No,
So
man, I
he's
feel bad. He's gonna be so
like
exhausted
shaking
tonight.
people's hands, introducing himself, speaking of the Viridian Forest and the woods and how he is Esmeraldo, the high elf, and he's going and he's just dishing it out. Bard just went up to 10.
Yeah. I was thinking.
What did
Boris
everyone
is
get on
on
your
the floor.
investigation checks?
I was thinking it as be like, I have to fit in. Think tree.
What were your investigation checks?
I got an 8.
19.
Mine was a
19, 8,
6 because we're winning.
What was
Ez
yours,
just
Ghana?
can't roll today.
Ghana, 18.
18. So Polaris and Ghana, I'll deal with you guys first, and then I'll give you. We can talk about the 8 after that. This makes it sound like a bad thing. You just don't see as much.
Touché.
Polaris and Ghana, you guys look around, and as you first walk in, again, you walk in right now. It's just a big open door to this palatial mansion, and people are dancing, and there's music, and you guys are kind of trying to take stock of what's going on. You notice a few things. One. Across the room, you're kind of looking around. You notice there is a dragonborn. No, what are they called? People that are dragonkin?
Yeah,
Dragon.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. I'm like, Dragonborn, I think is a Skyrim game. You see a Dragonborn. Which is not out of place. There's a whole variety of people here. But you notice this particular Dragonborn, he has this beautiful gilded scales and very nice clothes, but he's not dancing, and he just is kind of sitting back, looking calculatingly. He just looks a little bit tense, and you get a look in his eyes that he maybe seems a little bit, I don't know, he's not smiling. He doesn't seem to be in just the sheer bliss that all the other party people have. He seems a little more serious. You also notice, Polaris specifically, you notice that there is a young male tabaxi across the room who is kind of looking around the room. He looks a little bit lonely, a little bit sad, and he's looking for someone specifically. He's just kind of by himself. You guys also notice a couple. You notice the servants coming in and out. They are just like totally zonked. Like they're doing their thing. They're not really like talking to anyone. They just walk out, place things. They're like perfectly polite, and like they just work like clockwork, all these servants. And then you guys notice kind of holding court across the room at a table with people kind of gathered around him and laughing at everything he says. A water genasi. Boots, if you pull up Owlbear, we have a picture of him that you guys can see, but I'll try and just describe him for you. He's this like light blue skinned with beautiful flowing hair that looks almost like, what's the right way to describe it? Like it's almost like kelp or something, but not in a gross way. He just looks chiseled jawline. He is extremely handsome. He's got a perfect suit on. He's holding this pipe in his hand. And he just has the attention of everyone he talks to. He's just extremely charming and handsome, and everyone who's talking to him is just enraptured by his presence. And so you kind of see him holding court over there. And as this is all happening, and as you kind of are looking around and you've kind of put on this good face to be more charming, go ahead and roll for performance to see how well you're doing in this.
Performance. Nat 20 plus 6 for a 26.
Hot dog.
Nice.
Ez brought his bard pants today.
Yeah, dude. You're actually drawing some attention. People are like, who is
I will
this
say
guy?
he turns from Esraldo with the nat 20. He's now Esraldo the third. He's elevated.
Esraldo the third.
The bard has turned from 10 to 11. We broke the knob.
Yeah. Before people have even had a chance to like Trixie is meaning to meet you at the door, right? Before she even has a chance to, there's a handful of people here at the party who just are starting to gather around you because you are just so charismatic. People are coming over and they're like so curious. And are you introducing yourself as part of the MTV Cribs journalism crew?
He is a benefactor to MTV's Cribs. So he is one of the owners, essentially, of MTV's Cribs because he is Esraldo the Third, high elf.
You're from old money.
Of the Viridian Forest.
Yes.
Exactly. He's the young with old money.
Yes. Wonderful.
Can't go wrong
And so
at
people
all.
are starting to gather around you a little bit. They're very curious. They're listening to your stories and who is this new kid on the block with money? And they just seem really charmed by your presence. And Trixie comes over and she says, "Oh my goodness, it's so great to see you guys. I'm so glad I mean, I knew you would come. Sometimes people don't. Anyway, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Oh man, you guys are gonna love it here." And she looks over and sees Ez just like holding court of his own with a whole group of people around him listening, and she's like, "Wow, he's really fit in quite well." Look, well, they're about to serve dinner. Would you guys like a little bit of a tour before dinner or after? And as she's kind of just getting ready to introduce you guys and kind of offering, you guys hear a bone-chilling scream from somewhere in the distance. It's not from this room, and the music seems to like the record scratches, it's like brrr, and all of a sudden everyone is like pauses, and you see a young woman run out from the kitchen, a servant, the only servant that seems to have like kind of any personality. Everyone else all the other servants are just doing their thing, but one servant runs out and she's holding a knife in her hand and there's blood all over her apron. And she says, "There's been a murder!" And Giovanni pauses and he says, "Look, everyone," and the music kind of comes back and he says, "Oh, don't be bothered by this, everybody. This is totally normal. There is no problem. You guys go back to your dancing. We'll handle this." And he quickly hurries over and stewards her back behind the doors. And Trixie looks at you guys, and her tail is puffed to 3 times the size of its normal size. And her eyes are huge, and she just says, "I don't suppose. Look, we could use some help. Would you guys be willing to? I hate to ask this. I just need people who can investigate things. And you guys are journalists, and this is not. I know Giovanni said everything's okay. People don't. You never see blood here. You guys help with this?"
Ez is too busy with his court. I mean, he's here to help, but he's entertaining the guests, so to speak.
Well, I know my way
You're
around.
muted, Polaris.
I'm gonna grab as my shoulder. I'm like, "We need you for a quick second. So sorry, everybody. If we
As just
allow
kinda
us to
like
have Esraldo for just a
does
moment."
the nobleman wave, and then just walks back.
He does a little bow as he walks away.
I want us to investigate this.
You said why?
Yeah, because she seems so like desperate for help. Like
Yeah.
what?
She says-
what's making you want to investigate this?
Trixie says, "Look, there's a lot I can't say. I just can't. Look, you guys see everyone here. These are all people who they're very happy with the way things are. I could use an external, objective opinion on what's going on here. This is not normal. And I'm sorry you guys have to deal with this. And I'm worried. I have a dear friend who works in the kitchen, and I just am worried. And you guys seem very nice, and I don't have a lot of friends. And as she's saying this, Giovanni kind of strolls over. He's like, Trixie. He kind of puts his arm out, like just expecting her to come over. And she runs over. She's like, oh, yes, of course, Giovanni. And she like takes his arm. And he's like, come with me. I have some things I need to talk to you about. And she kind of looks back at you guys a little bit concerned and like nods her head toward the kitchen. And she's like, yes, of course. I would do anything. And he's got like another beautiful young lady on the other arm and kind of strides across the room with Trixie on one arm. And he's clearly kind of his like, just how he makes himself look good. He always has
the image.
Like, yeah, just the image of this guy. He just kind of walks across the room, and he some of the people who still seemed a little bit concerned about what happened, he walks over and he starts engaging them in a conversation, and within moments has them all laughing. And he's like, oh, Trixie, tell them about that time that I managed to fight 12 orcs in Waterdeep. And she's like, oh, yes, of course. And kind of leaves you guys to do what you want. And as you guys now have this, you can do what you want. Do you guys want to go and check it out, or what do you guys want to do?
As still in character is just as the Grand Executor, patron of the text, I vote that we assist.
I just reach up and flick him in the ear, be like, Ez.
Oh,
Focus.
Sorry. I get carried away. It happens.
I believe it would be wise to gain Trixie's favor. Let's see what's going on.
She seems to have connections.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she being used?
Well, possibly.
Every politician needs a scapegoat.
As you guys make your way over, again, nobody really seems to be. The party has kind of gone back to full swing. You walk through the little corridor, through the swinging door, and into the kitchen. And a few things are immediately obvious to you. One, you see the young woman, the servant, standing there in the main kitchen area, standing over a body of a young man, human, who is super dead. And she's, as I mentioned, she is holding a kitchen knife that she seems to have been cooking with, and there's blood all over her apron. The other things that you notice as you're looking around in this room, well, you'll be able to do some investigation. The things that are immediately obvious. The body that's slumped in front of a big pot of soup, that seemingly this is the cook that has died, and he was cooking some soup. And you notice in the other corner, there's someone still cooking, completely, seemingly unbothered by any of this. They're just over there cooking some steaks on a big grill. And you immediately notice this as your good friend Butterbeard. And for whatever reason, he's completely undistracted, unperturbed by this murder that seems to have just happened a mere 20 feet away. And he's just over there focused on his cooking.
Hey guys, my name is Mark and I'm the lead pastor at Lux Digital Church. I hope you're enjoying the D&D campaign, the show today. I hope you're having a great time hanging out with the entire crew. And I also wanted to tell you that over in our Discord server, we have an ongoing Dungeons & Dragons West Marches style campaign. That means you can jump in and play at any time that is convenient for you, as long as there's a game being offered with a variety of different dungeon masters and players. We have games that are posted every single month that you can join in with, starting at level 1 and going the whole way up through level 15 in D&D and the new 2024 5th edition rules. If you're interested in joining in and playing some D&D with us, all you have to do is join our Discord server at discord.gg/luxdigitalchurch, and then go ahead and grab the D&D rule, slide down inside of the channels to the Play D&D section. You can look there and find different videos on character creation, different elements of the world that we're playing in, and then you can submit your character and jump in an adventure off of the guild board soon. Once again, I hope you've been enjoying the show and the live stream, and we hope to see you over in the Lux Discord to play D&D with us very soon.